Like there's a whole, it's like men's rights activists. You probably never heard of them. They talk about these issues where like men, there's a guy in Ohio in the US. His girlfriend or whatever had a baby and she gave the kid up for adoption. He wanted the kid. He had no rights to his kid. Stuff like that happens all the time, but nobody,
and I don't agree with that
and so when you
either.
say 90%, like my thing is like we don't think about why don't they have access to their children.
What do you think? Why does the red pill exist?
Why I think so? I think that red pill exists because of the imbalance of genders right now, where men actually have less rights, and we can see that in real life, in real time.
I think that the red pill exists because there is actually a need to debunk the existence of the patriarchy and the myth about the ongoing female oppression.
This is the difference between how men and women think. This is a perfect example right now. Guys, take your fucking notebooks down. Notice how we said we accept the reality, right, for what it is. Fuck our feelings. We accept it for what it is.
Yeah.
You guys want us to get on the female lens and feel it's wrong or right.
Our hope.
And we're telling you that reality is immoral, so we don't care. Men aren't, our feelings are irrelevant. We accept objective reality.
If we're talking about the thought leaders in the red pill space, who would come to your mind as sort of the people leading there?
First person who would come to my mind is Pearl, or just Pearly Things, mostly because she's a woman who actually understands male perspective. She understands the thoughts that are going through men's minds, and she's actually able to vocalize what we want to vocalize.
But our whole, most of the domestic violence laws are based off of a system that automatically assumes that the woman's the victim in the US. And so it's like a lot of men, when you talk to people that have actually worked in domestic violence, most domestic violence situations are mutually abusive, where the man and the woman are hitting each other. And the men still get put away and the women don't. A woman can just call the cops and like a cop will come in and automatically, based on their training, assume that the woman's the victim.
Okay. Maybe what I can add is a specific difficulty that she faces being a woman in that space. The sort of lifestyle that she needs to lead in order to reach the broader audience and to be heard by a lot of the people is the fact that she will likely never be able to live the life that she would desire because her career path will lead her that way.
Exactly. This is a little bit counterintuitive, maybe, because she's preaching one thing and living another thing. But that's the thing about female energy and who females are. So if you actually want to be a female who plays her role, you wouldn't be doing things like this. But somebody has to sacrifice themselves.
Somebody has to bite the bullet.
Somebody has to bite the bullet.
Yeah. Let's talk about Fresh and Fit a little bit. What do you think would be the pros from Fresh and Fit?
Okay, I think that the pros of Fresh and Fit is that they're able to reach great audience now. They had great topics in the beginning and they had a very noble cause in the beginning.
I think women need to understand, we got 14,000 of y'all in here. Women need to understand that there are men out there that will not give you the benefit, that will punch you right back in the fucking face if you hit them. I just need women to understand that. Not everyone is going to be a gentleman or chivalrous or whatever. A lot of guys are going to give you that same equality that you guys fucking fought for. Equal rights can also mean equal fucking lefts.
Their understanding of red pill and at first was very good, and I think they followed very nice principles of it. However, maybe later on they kind of steered off the path.
Yeah, they are 100% very vocal about that. What I can maybe add also on the con side of the things, the negative part, would be also that I sort of get the feeling every now and again that they are very hostile towards their own podcast participants. So that would be, I would say, a reservation of mine towards them.
Absolutely agree.
I wanted to mention also as well, maybe Sniko here. I can maybe share the pros for him. What I think his biggest strengths are is that he's young, so he's still got quite the road ahead of him. He has the potential to reach a very, very great, a very big audience in time, and I think he's still malleable, or he's still impressionable, and he's still growing as a person and as a content creator.
If men start talking enough, you become red pill.
That's just the truth. Like any man who's honest and like sees things clearly, you become a red pill misogynist piece of shit. It just is what it is.
What the hell?
If you're truthful, like if you're honest about the way shit is, that's just how it goes. I didn't want to be that. Like I want to respect and fall like at my core, I'm a romantic, bro. I want to fall in love, hold hands, do all that cute bullshit, but it's not possible. They will abuse you until you're weak and then leave you.
I agree.
What do you
And
think?
just to build up on exactly that point is that he's still young, so maybe his flaws are that he still doesn't have his own character or his own thoughts, and he's still trying to learn what he actually wants to be and who he wants to be. So maybe the biggest flaw is that he doesn't think things through. And Sneeko now needs to grow up and really figure out what his ideals are, and then maybe he will be a great character to represent not only Red Pill, but maybe what a man should be like.
Okay, so he has a lot of potential.
He has a lot
I
of
agree.
potential.
I agree.
I think so. He's just young. Don't hate him.
Okay, so we went through the pros and cons.
Yes.
Thanks for sharing that. By the way,
Yeah, you too.
I think it's a very nice overview of the loud voices and the far-reaching people in that sort of sphere. What would you say are some of your end thoughts when it comes to the Red Pill movement right now?
So the movement right now, as it is, has maybe strayed off its original path. So we really are missing out on the ideology and the true goals of what it was. So it represented something very noble. We wanted to have equal rights between men and women. We actually didn't want to make a disbalance between these two genders, and now it's just all chaos. I think maybe with time it will be on the rise again, but we need to steer it back in the right direction, basically.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself. I agree.